Authenticating. Alright, Combat Wombat, that's a play and go. We done with that. Good evening, we're just waiting to get a game going. Let's check the... Oh yeah, there are a bunch of games going on right now. Waiting to get loud. Okay, let's see. Turn 3, turn 13, turn 22. We got 4 players about to hit the lobby. Got a lot of games going on right now. A lot of them just aren't close to finishing yet. Oh, here we go. It's probably that game that was at turn 22 just then ended. All right, we got Valerio 2026. We got Hero 51B. And we're ready for a 4-player game. That was quick. That's nice. Who'd we get? Polania. I like Polania. We're up against Saxony. We got 2 good objectives, so we've got some flexibility there. What board? We got the militant board. Militant board's fun. Got the militant board last night and we won in 19 turns. So let's see if we can pull out a win and beat that today. Rusvia has mechanical, which has the possibility of rushing the game about 15 turns. So we may have to do some combat denial depending on what the encounters give us. What did Saxony get? Patriotic. It's good. Patriotic's a slower board with Saxony. And we actually start with militant. Alright. We like our opening for militant. We're going to go with 2 metal right away. We're going to move. Bruno Baronet. Hey, Fomov. Hey, Bruno. How's it going tonight? We're going to move to this village, move the character to this wood space. Rusvia, surprise, is going to produce with the mechanical board. Tagawa's got agricultural. Be interesting to see what Tagawa does with that agricultural board. I'm not sure I've ever played Tagawa agricultural, to tell you the truth. I'll have to... Alright, it's going to start with an upgrade. That makes sense. So, Patriotic Saxony, I usually like to start out with 2 upgrades at the beginning. Trade for some oil. And then, move, trade for some more oil, move. Rusty is going to produce again, in all likelihood. It's round 3 that's going to tell us what ooh. That's intriguing. Okay, so Tagawa's probably going to upgrade his enlist and go for that early. Let's see. Yeah. Grade the move? Yeah, he wants 3 moves. Saxony produced. See, if he had traded for 2 oil instead of producing now on this move action, he could have gotten an upgrade. Upgraded his bolster or his move and his max. We get 2 more metal. So when we move next time, we're gonna get our first mech. And what we'd like to see when we move is we would like to see an encounter that lets us get a second mech. Or at least, I mean, food would be nice. Food and metal. Getting the mech outright would be nice. We'll see what we get and just make the most of it. Interested to see what Saxony's trying to. Okay, so he wants to get to 3 workers and then he's gonna move and get his upgrade. Alright, we're gonna move here. I'm always conflicted about whether to move this worker here. If you move this worker here, then 2 produce actions get you to 8 workers. But because we have the militant board and our trade is over our enlist, every time we produce, we make that 1 food that we need to trade for 2 more. So I kind of want to leave him there. I'm not sure that's the right call, but I'm going to do it. Depending on the encounter, I may wish that I had moved him. We'll see. Okay, what do we got? That's unfortunate. We got a mech encounter we can't get. Well, with the others. Not a great start. So what we got to do now is we're going to trade for 2 metal next turn. We're going to then we're going to have to move again, even when there's nowhere to go. Okay, Rusty produced again. Gawa produced. Players. Hey, Pfeiffer, how's it going tonight? I think there might be a little bit more stream delay tonight than usual. You'll have to tell me. If the top option that had been given to us was to get $2, we could have gotten that other Mac, which would have been amazing. If you guys weren't here at the beginning, our objectives are have at least 5 workers on the territory adjacent to the factory, control at least 3 tunnels at the end of your turn, and our combat cards are good. We got combat cards off an objective too, so oh my goodness, we're not going to have any trouble getting our combats. So we've just got to focus on getting coin, territory, and stars. Oh, Rusviet's rushing the factory. So, I hate the Rustviet factory rush, and I hate it for two reasons. One, I hate it if I'm Rustviet, because it's not a good strategy. Rustviet's so much better if you just focus on their economy. But two, I hate it if I'm Polania, because it means Rustviet's interested in gobbling up encounters, which is precisely what I want to do. One factory card and 0 upgrades. Alright then. So Tagawa's got enough food for his first enlist. So he's gonna get some power too. And Saxony. What are you gonna do, Saxony? See, I don't like this split up the workers thing. Because he doesn't have... Oh, he did get the produce upgrade, which is interesting. I mean, I don't think that's a good call as Saxony. The most powerful upgrade, top row upgrade if you're Saxony, is the move. Because your combats are going to come primarily from ganging up on people. Your second most powerful is the bolster, obviously. Alright, so what we were going to do is we were going to use our move to move this worker here and go for the worker star. But unfortunately, Rustviet's going to be fighting us for encounters in all likelihood. Which means what we need to do is we need to stay at 5 workers, because some of our economy is going to need to come from producing and creating resources. So rather than move, we're just going to use a gain action. And we're going to deploy the submerge mech. And Rustviet at 5 power and 2 combat cards is going to get attacked from us by us if they don't move off the factory. Rezan, best side streamer. Thanks, Rezan. I appreciate it. I'm having fun. Having a good time. What did he just do? He get a mech? His popularity? Yeah, he did. Come on, Russ. Plus he got township and speed. We gotta think about what our most efficient path to these encounters is. Good news is there are only 4 people in this game, so there are a lot of encounters to spare. So Tagawa moved. We have to do something besides a move. Tagawa can't move. Then we move to the factory. Tagawa moves again. We can't beat Tagawa to that encounter unless he just doesn't take it. We can probably get this one without much trouble. Rustviet has a little bit of difficulty getting to that one. We can save that one. Rustviet can't get that one, so it's not a priority. So what we say we're gonna produce here as our filler action. Because we can't move to the factory, which we would like to do. This doesn't give us a bottom row action. This doesn't give us a bottom row action, but this gets us one step closer to the worker star. So that's the way to go. So you're gonna just hammer out that factory card recipe, just use it over and over again. Looks that way. Oh. How about we trade, Russ? How about I be Rustviet with the mechanical board and you be Polania? Oh, you're kidding me, man. Alright, so we can still get that one. We can still get that one. Rustviet have Riverwalk. He does not have Riverwalk, so he can't get that one yet. Unless he just uses his factory card to deploy Riverwalk. We're on the factory by round 8, which is just... It's not bad, it's not good, it's just... It just is. Alright. We move to the factory, and then we move one mech to the water, which allows us to attack places if we want to attack places. And we hope there's a good factory card left for us. Preferably something that gives us a bottom row action. Don't like these ones that charge you coin. Pfeiffer, they do need to fix the rust via spamming the factory card that has been put in the errata, along with 2 banned boards. 2 banned boards. You can't get from me a patriotic or rust via industrial unless you deselect the option against bots. The rust via spamming the factory card is not an official rule. It's an optional rule for 3 players or less. That, we don't want that. We really don't. I don't really want that. That's a good one, but I hate this one. I have a love-hate relationship with it. It's nice, but it requires a produce or a trade to use, and we wouldn't be able to use it successfully next turn. This is bad for the militant board because we get all these coin from mechs. What we'd love to see is that 1 combat card for 3 resources. I'm afraid this is just going to be a slower game for us, and we're going to look to stay ahead. There's about a minute delay on the stream, by the way, and the cheap building is nice. Yeah, Pfeiffer. Yeah, I don't think the minute delay, I'm not really sure why. I don't have a delay set on the YouTube side, and there's no, my OBS isn't streaming a delay, so. Killing me, Russ. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna hit him right there. We're gonna take this encounter, is what we're gonna do. He stole it from Tagawa. Tagawa's mad. See how much power Tagawa's willing to throw to get this combat. And how much rust it throws is the more interesting thing, because we'd like to get the combat and the encounter. Now, Rustviet didn't throw much. Tagawa went all out. Oh my gosh, Tagawa went all out. What do you guys think this trap token is? Combat cards? Probably power, right? It doesn't matter. Tagawa can't throw more than 5, and we're sitting on 2 5s. We're taking this combat, even though we can't get an encounter out of it. It's just too good of an option, right? It's too much delay for me to ask you guys what you think. Oh, I'm definitely going to use the factory card. It's just a question whether I go for the more expensive combat against Russ or get the cheap combat against Tagawa. And I think I'm going to get the cheap combat against Tagawa. He doesn't have Riverwalk, so chances are he goes for this one next time. But, yeah, if we bluff him and we don't get it, we can't get, he's already taken this one, so we can't get one from our home base with a regular move. You know what, we're gonna send our mech, and then we could get one. No, we're gonna send this guy. Don't be power. Well, we don't like coin either, but he's already thrown a 5. He probably doesn't have another one, but it's a cheap combat for us, no reason to take a chance. And now we're sitting on 2 5s. And we also have some food. Start getting our enlist. In fact, we have enough food to get 3 out of 4 of our enlists. Pfeiffer, I don't know if Twitch streaming is less laggy, but I do know you can't stream in both places at the same time. Yeah, I went with YouTube because I started off just doing instructional videos that I recorded locally. And then I realized, and I posted some on the Facebook group. Also, please move away from the mic when coughing. I have headphones in and it's a bit loud. I'm sorry about that. Hello? Down. Okay, should be working now. But we've just barely been paying attention to this game. Not sure if we're even winning. We're not winning. So I'm really sorry about that, guys. I didn't do anything. It just stopped working. And I had to mess with it for a while to get it to work again. Okay, we got a regular move action. We're almost there with Sax. We just need 2 combat stars. Can we get 2 combats? We can get 1. Rustfield have People's Army? He does. He has all his mechs. So let's start moving some workers around here. Should have been a nice little bump there. And game audio and human audio. Thanks for sticking around, guys. That was really strange. Like, it was, I had to hook the camera up to a different USB port, and then I had to still working yet, still working. I had to hook the camera up to another USB port, and then I had to tell the inputs, you may not care about all this, but I had to retell the inputs to do what they were supposed to do. And then I had to recreate the camera on OBS. Resend, it's perfect now. Great. Hopefully it doesn't cut out on me again. I'll try not to cough. That's what started all of this. It didn't cause it, but it was the precursor. All right. Rather than try to get 2 combats, we're gonna be clever here. Let's make sure this is right. Yeah, Rustfield can't catch us, so we're just going 0 here. And he's going all out. All right, that's good game, guys. Okay, so we barely paid attention to that game at all. We didn't have video of it, but we came out ahead. So Saxony quit while you guys weren't in the game. That was 20 rounds. I wasn't paying any attention to what we were doing. I don't know what we learned in that game. I don't think we learned anything in that game, except that sometimes technology doesn't cooperate. But I appreciate you guys sticking around and letting me get it working again. Hopefully there are no more issues. I'm gonna step away for just a second while we wait for this game to fill up. I will be right back. Alright, what was the final score of that game? 68-60. Alright, Dominic, what's the best map for Tagawa? I've only used it with agriculture, which wasn't half bad. Guys, I think the delay is like... Oh, I'm looking at my preview. I'm not looking at the stream. Alright, we got 4 and they're all ready, so let's go. My favorite mat with Tagawa is definitely the innovative mat. Speaking of the devil, here's Tagawa. And is it the innovative map? Or the innovative mat? No, it's the industrial mat, which is definitely not my favorite mat for Tagawa. I would really like it if we, Pfeiffer, I would really like it if I could get a confirmation on the move for coin option. I keep misclicking and it takes 2 turns. Move for coin option. I'm sorry, sorry Pfeiffer, I'm not exactly sure what you mean that. Alright, let's think about Industrial Tagawa because this is a hard combination. You're going to... What we got up here? We got Albion, Mechanical, we got Saxony. So we're gonna go for a list to get some power, and then we're gonna take it from there. Instead of moving like I wanted, I get a coin, then I have to do something else before you can do the move I wanted. So if you do the gain action and click confirm, you just get a coin, and then the bottom row action lights up and you can click that and do confirm. I don't know if that's what you're asking. Saxony's going for metal right away. We didn't even look at Saxony's board. Saxony's got agricultural. We're not worried about him rushing us. Polani's got innovative, which is amazing. Albion's got mechanical. Albion and Polani are the strongest combinations in this game, definitely. Pfeiffer, I don't get a confirm, it just does the gain coin. Okay, well, I'll show you on my screen real quick what I see when I do it. There's an option in the screen that says confirm actions. If you have this checked, what should happen is you click on this, and then this lights up and you press confirm, and then it gives you a chance to do the bottom row action like always. We're gonna get the coin enlist. Everyone adjacent to us is gonna build mechs. We're gonna get some power. Pfeiffer, which is annoying because I can't pick move. You just do you not have, you must not have confirm actions on. Maybe you have this unchecked in the settings. Does it ever ask you to confirm? Because if you have that unchecked, oh, Pfeiffer, that wasn't set. Yeah, that'll fix it. That'll definitely fix it. Oh, Saxony got the combat card recruit off the enlist, or off the encounter. So our objectives are harvest advantage or get rich or cry trying, which get rich or cry trying is going to be difficult with this industrial board. We got the coin enlist early, so that's going to help us a lot with that. But most of our coin comes from upgrade and mech. We're going to make mechs because it's the industrial board, but I don't know how many upgrades we're actually going to go for. Might have been a decent time to put a trap token here and start with Shinobi so we could actually move workers over to here. Let's see what Polani is going to do. This and that. Yeah. $2 in popularity, 1 upgrade and 2 resources. Oh, that's awesome for them because they can upgrade their deploy and get oh, they're not militant, they're innovative. But they can still upgrade their deploy and get 2 metal. Means they can turn around, produce. Yeah, produce, get a mech. And then the next time they move, they'll already have enough food for an enlist. That worked out for them. Albion doesn't have his combat cards yet. He's moving into Saxony territory there, where he can get hit. He's got a lot of metal too. Okay, we're gonna move, and we're gonna not forget to place a trap token. Even though there's an encounter here to distract us, make us think about other things. I don't love this encounter. We could get we could build a structure and we could put a mill on the mountain spot, which wouldn't be that terrible. I'm gonna go with the popularity. It hurts our ability to get rich or cry trying, but I'm not sure we can get it anyway. And I think we're gonna need to get to tier 2 and gobble up a lot of territory if we're gonna have a serious chance in this game, because we can't rush the game, and we're with a mat. We have a mat that is designed to rush the game, and we almost didn't place a trap token. So the person we're worried about attacking us the most is Saxony. What does Saxony have? They have 3 power and 4 combat cards, so we could go with either the combat card or the power. We're probably gonna go with the power though. And in turn. So think we're gonna need to get a good factory card here. Because everyone's economy is better than ours right now. Yeah, the big difference with Tagawa for me between industrial and innovative is trade is over here. So even though it costs 3 oil to trade, you can produce, get an oil, and then immediately upgrade. And you can upgrade your move and you can upgrade your deploy. And then you have enough moves to quickly get 2 workers here and a worker here and get the encounter. And then you can start producing, getting a mech, raiding, and getting an upgrade, and upgrade your enlist until you can move the worker down here and go. That's what I like to do with the innovative board. But that doesn't work with the industrial board, because how are we going to get that oil? Are we going to really produce 3 times? Are we going to produce, trade for oil, and then come back and bolster to get an upgrade? That's just a lot of steps. We're going to start to get some more workers here. But we were glad we got this enlist coin early. Already gotten 1 off of Albion for that. There's 1 off Saxony. He's going to start with Underpass. Alani is headed to the factory 1 step at a time. So what's our best move here? We can move this time. We can go ahead and put 1 of these workers on metal and move our character forward. I think we've got to get to the factory in this game. I mean, I think we need a good factory card. Here's a farm right here that we can control. Here's another one we can get to without much trouble. But this farm is going to be difficult. It's 1 space off a tunnel. This farm is 1 space off a tunnel. It's going to be tough to get harvest advantage. And it's going to be tough to get rich or cry trying. We just got a tough road to hoe in this game. Alright. Kind of hoping we don't get attacked by Saxony here. We're going to use the combat card trap because that's the one that's going to hurt him the very most. So next turn we'll produce, we'll get to 5 workers. Then we'll move again and get to here and move 1 worker to there. So we'll have 1 metal and we'll have 2 workers on metal. And then we'll produce again and we'll get a mech. And at that point we have to make a decision about whether we go to 8 workers or whether we stay at 5 and just only produce on this spot. And I think the answer is we're going to stay at 5. Because we can get to 7 popularity as it is. But I don't think... Look at Polonia's power here. He's got 4. We only have 2. We need to produce to get our mechs, and we want all 4 mechs because this is one of our biggest sources of coin. So if we go to 8 workers too soon, we're going to burn through this popularity, and we're not going to have a chance at tier 2. We're going to need that because our coin is not going to be amazing. I don't think there's any question about that. we say we're going to produce. Go to 5 workers. Saxony cannot move this turn, which is good, because we're planning on moving next turn to here. And he doesn't have a speed mech, which means he won't be able to hit us. There we go. Got the mute button there for the cough, without destroying the microphone sound this time. What's Albion doing up here? 7 turns in, they've finally gotten to the encounter. Second encounter. Started with this one. Not the best encounter for them, really, at all. Not sure what they're going to do there. So what we're going to do is we're going to move up to this spot with our character. We're going to move up here with the worker. And then next turn we can get our first mech. A little tip about Tagawa is that you don't be too afraid of these traps. Like, go through them in your head about how much is this actually going to hurt me. So like, for instance, if Polani is going to attack me here, they have to think, well, what if it's -3 power? Do I want to attack with 2 units and have the combat? Am I willing to lose 2 popularity? Am I willing to lose 4 coin? But when you go through the options in your head and actually think about them one by one, sometimes they're not quite as bad as just the boogeyman of, oh, there's a trap token there, what do I do? So Polania got this factory card, and they don't have the resources to use it. So they might produce this turn. That's okay, we're going to produce 2. And get a mech. We'll probably put the mech right here. And then Polani hopefully uses their factory card and leaves the factory and allows us to go to it. I mean, they want encounters, right? Albion's going to get their first enlist. I think. Yeah. These are some so combinations except for Polani Innovative. It's a darn shame to only produce on 1 space, but I really don't want to go to 8 workers this early with the industrial board. We need power though, we've got to get power some way. What I'm thinking that I'll do is if Polani is still there, I'm going to attack him. Oh, he got the speed mech and he's coming for us. Now I'm wishing we gotten Shinobi. At least we have the power from Ronin. You know what, this is okay. Saxony can have a star off of this. We got 2 power out of it, which, I mean, that's a bolster for us. That's basically a turn. We could have beaten him. The only bummer about that is that denies us the factory. So this turn we'll move. And we'll move 1 worker to here. And then we'll use the other move to put 2 workers here. Produce, we'll get a mech and 2 wood. It's really kind of unfortunate, in all honesty. And my thought is we make a beeline for this space over here. The other option, which might be the better option, even though enlists don't give us coin, is to move 1 worker here and the other 2 here. And then start toggling back between mechs and enlists. Gotta be honest, I just really don't like Tagawa with the industrial mat at all. Because we need the enlist for that 2 additional popularity. The other thing we could do is move the character out, put a trap token here, move 1 worker up here, produce, get Shinobi, and then move workers over here. Start getting oil. That'd be quicker than trying to go over here. How much more metal do we need? We need 9 metal. Does the coin look like we have 7? We're not doing as bad on coin as I thought we were. All right. I'm gonna go the enlist route. At least in the beginning. Try to get some coin and then maybe. We have 1 mech and 1 enlist, so they're actually going to be on par. We'll get 3 metal. We'll just do this for a little while and see what happens in the rest of the game. Can always move up here. Attack Saxony. Once we get Shinobi. Saxony, we can almost certainly bluff Saxony. Okay, they have Riverwalk. We could almost certainly bluff Saxony because Saxony just has 1 power and 2 combat cards, and there's no way, I don't think there's any way they'd want to go to 0 to beat us here. So let's get Shinobi next, and then see what Saxony does if they move off this spot with 1 or both of these mechs. So Polania has 2 power, but they have 2 characters here that next turn cannot move. We gotta check because their move is over their enlist. And they have 2 food on the ground and there's 2 here. So if they come and attack this guy because there are multiple units, we wouldn't get Ronin. We'd probably lose this battle and they could spend our food immediately. We are gonna put the 2nd unit here. Dissuade them from attacking because it's unlikely they're gonna come up here, risk a trap token just to bump workers that don't have any resources on them. Alright, we're 5 coins off the lead right now. I think we go get Sax. This move. We need 6 food to get the rest of our enlists, because we can trade for 2 food each time. We still gotta leave these guys here. We can't go get oil yet. Alright, we can't hit Saxony anymore, but we can go up here and our trap token back over if we want to. In Saxony's at 0 popularity, he could just bump these workers just to throw off our game. And it would. Pretty dramatically. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move. We're gonna go up here. We're gonna arm the trap. We're gonna take 1 unit. and the food. If we do that, we're gonna get attacked by... We're gonna get attacked here by Polania. Unless they really care about their popularity, and they do. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go up here. Because right now we're more worried about Saxony just attacking us out of some sort of spite than we are about Polania throwing down. We should have checked to see if they have camaraderie. We're lucky they don't have camaraderie. So they're at 6 popularity. They probably want to get tier 2. 7 coins off the lead. We have no stars, but Saxony's the only one with stars. How many of these enlist does Albion have? 2. We could only get 2 more combat cards out of him. So Polania can get out this way, or they can get out this way. Let's see what they do. Oh, they used the factory card. Saxony's actually a bot right now. Did he just leave? Did I miss that? They can only attack with 1 unit. So let's see if they're willing to do that. Okay, they just want to go for more encounters. We're gonna get this one. Both of them have oil on the ground. I think we need these combat cards. I'd like to go to tier 2 and go ahead and get the extra points for that, but it's probably not that significant yet. Yeah, it'd just be 4 coins. Saxony got another mech. Got Riverwalk now. We just got 2s off of that. That's lame. That is lame. Four food plus he has 1. That's 5. Gets him 1 food away from having everything he needs for his remaining enlists. Plus, did he just use his regular move action? He did, because he moved 3 units. So he gets to enlist right off. Enrico, this game is not looking good, is it? This game was not looking good when we got Tagawa with the industrial map. Game is not terrible. At tier 2, Polania is going to be hard to catch just because it's going to be difficult for us to get the spread that he has. We're going to do a little bit to help ourselves this turn. See how it goes. The bot is not going to call our bluff, I don't think. But he'll play whatever card he has. I don't know what it's going to be, but okay, he didn't play anything. Now we get a factory card, and hopefully it's something that helps us here. It is. We're going to take this, and we're going to hope that we can get another tier of popularity eventually. Either that or, yeah, because we're going to need it. Look at that, 3 coins off. Oh, ye of little faith, Enrico. No, I'm just... So who's a bot? Just Saxony? Saxony's a bot. Getting here this turn also means that Albion can't place a flag there. Can't have a flag and trap token on the same territory. We saved the 4 coin one for that. So that should throw off anybody's calculations if they're, you know, if I take the factory back, this will happen. So now we need to start thinking about how we're going to get to 20 coin. We have 2 more mechs left, and that's going to get us 6. That's going to get us to 17. We have to trade twice to get those in list, which is going to put us down at 15. We're going to get 2 coins off the enlist bonus. So that's 17. So where are we going to get the extra coin? The encounters are all gone except for this one, and we've already got our 2 combats. Let's we could use our factory card. Because what we say, we needed, is there anywhere worth going? Because the reason to use the factory card is then we could produce again another 3 coins and put us at 17. I go ahead and trade and get the enlist. I lose a coin. I go down to 13. I use the factory card. I go ahead and get to 7 popularity. Lonnie is spreading out here. We don't like. Leaving these mechs really exposed here, though. We don't need combats anymore, but that's good for somebody. You know what? Forget Richard Cry trying. We're going to use our factory card to get a couple farms. What we can do. Right? No, we don't have Toka, but that's okay. What sort of power do they have? We don't still have our 5, and they have plenty of combat cards. Might as well do this, right? Lonnie is going to run out of time. They're going to turn into a bot. We're actually ahead right now. Lonnie has no combats, too. We got 2 units there, so now Albion can't really attack us successfully. Not in one move, at least. He can't feel good about it, at any rate. He doesn't know how bad our combat cards are. So we're going to get the Mech Star this next turn. That's going to put us at 18. And now we're going to have... Lonnie just got dropped from the game. He ran out of time. We're going to get our 4th mech, which will give us a star, and then that will give us 4 food. And with the 4 food, we can turn around, skip this top row action. We'll be at 18, remember. Do an enlist, get the 2 coin, and we will have Get Rich or Cry trying. This is a big point swing if he gets this. And we lose 2 power. We do 6. Yeah, there's no way. Let's just hope he commits a lot. That's a good bit. And give us a good combat card. It's just showing we have 1, but we have 2. It'll reset here in a minute. At least it was the 4 coin trap. It's a big hit for us, though. Now he has 2 power. So could we take it back from him? He'll gain 2 power if we attack him, but if we attack him with 1 unit, we will too. I think we're gonna do it. If we attack with 2 units, we won't get additional power, but we'll be able to play both of our cards, but that's not a good deal. Because our additional card is just a 2. This is a bluff. This is a straight up bluff. And we're really just doing this to hope he goes low, because he can turn around and attack us with 2 units in a couple turns, and he doesn't want to wipe out his power and his ability to do that. It worked. And the reason we spend a turn doing this is now we get to rearm this trap. And that is 4 more coin that Albion has to lose. What we really need, what would really benefit us, is if Melania or Saxony would hurry up and get to 5 stars. We could attack them, throw the combat in the game. Oh, we still lose 9 points though if we lose the factory. So we still lose the lead because Albion's gonna almost invariably come for this factory this turn, right? I mean, maybe not. He only has 1 power. If he attacks us, we lose 2 power, but then we gain it right back. He may wait a turn. Yeah, he's gonna wait. There it is, get rich or cry trying. We're at 60. Melania has 4 stars. The one thing I wish I'd done now, well, if Albion does not attack this turn, what we're going to do is we're going to move. How close is Polania to another star? Not very, right? Saxony's not close. We're going to move off the factory. Albion can take it from us with the 2 units. Our card is terrible. Okay, that's great. That's what we wanted to see right there. Lonnie is going to get a combat. So Albion takes the factory. He gets 9, so that puts him at 59. But then he loses 4 coin, which puts him back down at 55. So it's only a 5 coin gain for him if he does it. He's going to do it though. Oh, he had the objective. That's why he wanted it so badly. He only moved 1 unit though, which is absolutely great because what we're going to do is we're just going to take it right back from him again. As before, we're going to bring 1 unit. Get that extra power. We can't afford to go 5. We need that last power for our worker star. We still have the one. So now he can't hit us with 2 units again until after 2 movements. We should be back on top. Here we are. That's game. All right, guys. That was a long game, but that was Tagawa Industrial in 21 rounds. So, hey, that worked out for us. We got a W with Tagawa. 2 players DC'd, but that's part of the game. Cue another one up. Fight for long and brutal. Yes, it was. But I suspect that I've It's probably my first win with Tagawa Industrial. Oh, sorry about the cough. Yeah, that is the first win with Tagawa Industrial. I do not like that combination at all. We've won our last 5 games. One with Tagawa. That's the last 5 games with no Rustviet and no Crimea. So, not bad. Sure. All right. We're gonna do some. We're gonna hide those combat cards, I think. Saxony this time. We've got Rustviet and Crimea in the game, so hopefully we get a good mat here. 3 village territories. Industrial, okay. Good mat. Okay. Crimea has engineering. Rustviet has militant, so... Wow, okay. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. The good news is we have 2 doable objectives. I'll show you guys the combat cards really quick. We have 3 2s and 1 3, which is not great. Got diversify production, which is something we can do. We got population advantage, which will be easy for us because we have this village in our home base. We have this one right off the tunnel, and we have this one that is a literal tunnel. Yeah, Enrico, I didn't... Are you actually choosing Tagawa, or you got it randomly twice in a row? There's a glitch with the... And you know by now that I'm Saxony, but there's a glitch with that initial screen where sometimes it shows the faction that you were last instead of the one you are. So what you got to look at is you got to look at either the box in the bottom right shows the factions, or you got to look at the top left and see what it says, which you can't see the top left because I have the Discord user ID over it. Rustviet Militant is going to be borderline unstoppable in this game. I could pick on Crimea here. Might be able to invade their home base and throw them off. Rustviet might get sloppy and come up to this farm. Trade for 2 metal, then produce. Let's just get a mech. We're going to get the speed mech, and the reason we get the speed mech first is if we decide we want to go ahead and get this worker on this village and produce workers while we're getting our mechs, we can get this character all the way to the encounter. Whereas if I'd gone underpass, this character could only go 1 space toward the encounter when we move. Enrico, I think you should put your Discord name on top of that little rectangle with all the flags in the in turn button. Oh, the bottom right? I don't have it there because... Yeah, I know it hides the objectives. I don't have it here in the bottom right because that's the only place you can tell how many stars everybody has without me bringing this down. I don't know, guys. I have it hiding the objectives in case someone like watches the stream while they're playing against me. I mean, maybe I don't need to be worried about that. Let's go ahead and get this encounter, see if it speeds up our game. Only slows down our mech production 1 turn, and we can start getting our workers. Because we just need 2 combats in this game. Okay, that's a misplay as Resviate Militant. It might not matter at all, but we're gonna do this. This gets us one produce farther down the road toward getting that worker star, so it saves a turn there. And we're gonna get 2 resources. We're gonna get. Okay, we can go 2 directions with this. We can get food, so we can turn around and get this in list, or we can go ahead and get metal, which would allow us to get a mech on our next produce and save another turn. We're gonna go the metal route. And hope we don't regret it. John Doe, you should be very worried. Oh man, okay. So do I need to put this on a 5-minute delay then, or something like that? So, if you wait for what I put down for combat, you run out of time? I guess I could. I could pull up Discord and use Discord for chat. Just kind of hate to do that. Alright, what's the rest of it gonna do? More metal? I hear everything. Alright. I think that's in about the right spot. Got some real life friends who aren't very good. What happened over here with Rust? Oh, he's getting ready to deploy his mech. Okay. I hope you friends don't watch the side strings. Guess I'll take whatever viewers I can get, right? Right. What do we do now? Enrico, but really, what is the fun in stream sniping? Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, yeah, you beat me because you watched what I was doing in the combat. I mean, whatever, it's casual play, but cheating, whatever. Hmm. See if we can get something good out of the encounter. Like this. Okay, now we have enough power to at least get our worker star and our mech star, which is good. More people mic'd up. Guess we'd use Discord audio chat or something for that, and I'd pipe it through OBS. Can do it. Work. And let's go. Pussy is probably winning at this point. Yep. Closer than thought. Recipe has 5 workers. So we got a popularity. That's good. So that's what we're going to use to produce to get our last Mac. Enrico, can your PC stream TTS Scythe? Okay, so I own TTS Scythe, Tabletop Simulator. I've not gotten a chance to play it yet. You can't just effectively, from what I can tell, just jump in and find games. You have to like pre-arrange with people. And most of the people who play in the Scythe Discord seem to play games at like either 2 or 3 in the afternoon my time, or like 2 or 3 a.m. So I haven't actually gotten a chance to play yes. But yeah, it should be able to stream. I've heard it's more resource intensive from a computing standpoint than the digital edition. If that's true, my computer might have a hard time with it, but in theory it should work. Enrico, you're in European time zone, right? I am not in European time zone. I'm in Eastern. No, I'm not. I'm not in Europe. I'm in the U.S. I'm in Tennessee. So I'm in the Eastern time zone. Okay. Got this up. Let's that look right? I can't get it perfect. Oh, what happens when you have 0 time left? Get booted. Oh yeah, it is 2 or 3 a.m. Yeah, I know it's late where you are. Appreciate you watching. Okay, it's our turn. What are we gonna do here? Trade for 2 metal. Anyone we can pick on here? Enrico, it's 3:30 a.m. Wow, it's late. It's late where you are. All right. Hmm. Whoops. Oh, I left that thing up there. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I just noticed that, Enrico. I'll clear the anti-combat thing when I'm not fighting. Gotta had it up there. That's what we wanted to do. We weren't really trying to win that combat. We're getting our objective star that turn. But he just went crazy there. Now we got somebody to pick on. So what are we gonna do this turn? We're gonna get star number star number 3. What are we doing score wise? We're in the lead, barely. He's gonna go to the water where can't hit him. No, but he's got that right there, so you can hit that guy. So Nordic's gonna produce his next turn. He's gonna get metal there. He's gonna get metal there to bolster and build a mech. Oh, does this thing where it's if you type in didn't BID in apostrophe E. There's something where you type in contractions and the game thinks you're trying to say a bad word. All right. Gotta do it. I made a big mistake. Used all power on fight. Can't produce. Oops. Yeah, I didn't notice that, but yeah, that's gonna mess him up. Okay, we need 2 more combats, right? We can get 1 pretty easily. We can get an objective pretty easily. We need another combat. Where did the man get 3 power? Did he just go ahead and bolster? Yeah, he just bolstered even though he couldn't produce. Yeah, he went low that time. So does Nordic come back and attack? Vengeance. Take my oil. We kind of like to have that oil, right? No. Because we can't move this turn. So that means we're going to bolster. See what Rusviet does. Are we winning? Getting close to ending the game. Yeah, we're winning. Scott Harris, still no peaceful Saxony. No peaceful Saxony. Gentlemen may cry peace, peace, but there is no peace. Yeah, People's Army? No, he doesn't. Well, okay. So yeah, we just gotta bolster this turn. Rusviet used both of his combat cards there. We're gonna upgrade our move, and it really doesn't matter what we upgrade other than that. We're gonna see what happens this turn. Got a couple coin off that. Then 2 points off the lead. We can move 3 units this turn, but we only have 2 mechs capable of striking anyone. Can he actually win this fight? Think he has 2 5s, guys? I don't think he does. Hmm. Well played. Thought we had it that time, guys. Thought we had it. Spread out a little bit. Some points. Hope to get power. The encounter, we didn't get power off the encounter, but we got some coin. We're ahead. So we're gonna bolster next turn, which will give us some power, not much. Every little bit helps at this point. God, Eris, ouch, not your day for combats. Yeah. Yeah, I've had several combats where I lost by a point. Thing is, my threshold for points is not very close to me hitting it. Now, I made a mistake, guys. I went for that encounter where I should have brought... Well, I couldn't go for the factory last turn. It probably would have helped to go for the factory sooner, but I didn't. Rusvia doesn't have township yet. Hmm. We don't mind it so much if Rusvia attacks us. We gotta end this in round 18, or we're not gonna win it. It's that simple. Wow. Okay. See where that leaves him. He's still got 4 and 2. And this is where Rusvia's Relentless just comes in, because he can just move every turn now. Yeah, it's not looking good, guys. We shouldn't have thrown all that power and cards on Nordic. We had this game if we don't do that. Where it went wrong is right there on that space. When we lost that space. And this guy said something about watching the stream, so yeah, I don't know. Russ already has 2 combats. Oh, I let him bait me. I let him bait me. Lol. Hmm. 24 points now. You can't catch up. Yeah, we had this game. We just made the wrong call in combat. We thought our cards were better than Nordics. We could get a combat on the defensive and turn around, take that 3rd village, and end the game the next turn. But we were wrong. Nordic had a 5 and a 4, and he used them as well as all of his power, and it sunk us. We just didn't have enough to end the game after that. So no one's gonna catch Rusviet. So let's give him an opportunity. Just end this. Alright, good game. Alright guys, I'm gonna need to take a break here. I may be back on. I'll ping everybody if I am. So see you in a bit, or see you some other night. Thanks.